So ladies and gentlemen, friends, good evening. Thank you so much for coming to the church tonight to support the debut of Cantio Chorus, this wonderful little chamber ensemble that you've heard already. It means a great deal that you've come to support us this evening because this is our first venture. So thank you very much and a warm welcome to St Mary's Church. My name is Arlene Wall, for those of you who don't know me. I'm director of Your Song Studio and singing teacher to most, if not all, of this lot here. And I work in Brighton and in London. Your Song Studio is basically a business that is I put together to promote young talent in Brighton and in Kent and in London. I'm involved in schools all over between these two counties and in London, and what I found overwhelmingly staggering really was the level of vocal ability in all of these schools. They really have made my job very much easier by already being fabulous, which is great. But I really wanted to put together an opportunity for them to have a platform. And my wonderful colleague and choral director here, Greg Moore, encouraged me that I should start that here at St Mary's, who have been very, very warm and welcoming us. So we brought these voices together to create an important and much needed bespoke chamber choir, to give them a platform for opportunity, but also for the charities that they sing for and serve. Brighton provides a colourful tapestry, I'm sure you'll agree, of creative opportunity for young people. And we're so, so fortunate to have that, especially now in these shifting times of uncertainty. As a huge campaigner for the value of arts in education, I feel that music, and moreover singing particularly, because it's the most raw expression of the self, that it has the power to assuage anxiety, extend purposeful messages to excite social change, and to engender a feeling of community. Art allows us to dare to imagine and experiment, and there's nothing that speaks louder than the truth of the human voice, especially the song voice. Later we'll hear a song by the comedian and musician Tim Minchin from his musical Matilda. He said recently in his speech at the University of Western Australia, "Arts degrees are awesome. They help you find meaning where there is none." And believe me, there is none. Search for meaning in the world is like looking for a rhyming scheme in a cookbook. You won't find it and it'll bugger up your souffle. I make mention of this because these students of voice, all grades 6 at the RSM and TSL and above, some choral scholars at university level and some taking their talents to conservatoire level, have taken time out of their GCSEs, A-levels and work over the last 10 weeks to commit to this process and raise their voices for the charity school bus project. Though they're a small collective of singers, they produce the most beautiful sound and are passionate about raising funds for this refugee charity. School Bus Project was founded in Brighton by Kate McAllister, a Brighton school teacher, to convert buses into schools of learning and hope for the victims of the crisis. In these times when we find ourselves asking, what is the meaning of all of this? And in the frustration of us not finding an answer, charities like School Bus Project help us to feel purposeful. I would like to thank these young people here for their wonderful voices and their dedication, and to hand over to my friend and co-founder of School Bus Project to tell you a little more about where your support is going. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Darren Abrahams.
Thank you very much. Huge thank you to Arlene and to Greg and to, of course, the entire Cantio Chorus for raising money for the School Bus Project tonight. We're incredibly grateful. It's wonderful to see so many people here. I just wanted to tell you a little bit about the project and what we do. We were founded last September. A very small team of teachers and educators came together to discuss how we could meaningfully make a difference in the refugee crisis growing in Calais. And we knew there were many people volunteering their time and their skills and their expertise, taking blankets and food and different and tents to Calais, but we felt there was something else that was missing. Education is an enabling right, and what we mean by that is that if you can access education, then you can access all your other rights. And we felt that we could provide something that was missing in camp to all the people that were there by bringing education, a particular kind of education, to support a very wide and diverse group of people who've been brought together in a very difficult situation. So we had an idea of creating pop-up schools to bring education to people waiting in queues. And we thought the best way to do that, because at that time you couldn't build anything permanent in Calais, was to convert a bus into a school. So we had an idea of buying a bus, and we thought, well, we'll go to Calais and ask first if that's the right thing, because maybe people wanted wellies more than they wanted buses. So we all got on a bus of our own, travelled over to Calais, and just spoke to lots of people and asked people in camp, Sudanese people, Afghan people, Iraqi people, Eritrean people, is education something that you need? Is this something that would be useful for you? And we had a resounding yes. So we came back to Brighton, fundraised, bought a bus, and then we sent Kate, co-founder, out to Calais for 6 months to experiment, to trial education and see what the best way of bringing education was to people. And we found that actually what people really need are skills and languages. Skills to enable them to move on, skills to enable them to continue education or professional qualifications they may have had to finish or cut short because they've had to leave their countries, and language to enable them to integrate better into our societies. So we started with cooking because people were hungry, and through that we were teaching French and English as well as French recipes and learning Sudanese recipes. And we discovered that actually education, the best form of education, is cultural exchange. So tonight is a wonderful cultural exchange. We're here exchanging music. In camp, we're culturally exchanging all the time. We're learning from each other. And in the light of uncertain times, as Arlene has just mentioned, a referendum result that some of us may be happy about, some of us may be not happy about, but cultural learning from each other, learning about each other is incredibly important right now. So all the money raised from tonight and from other fundraising will be going towards sending our double-decker school bus to Calais from August onwards to experiment with new ways of cultural exchange, bringing people onto our bus, bringing people out of our bus into camp, and also very much wanting to work with the host communities as well. We feel that the refugee crisis is not just about refugees, it's also about us Europeans. And host communities who are dealing with many people coming in from other places need to also feel as though they're valued and as though they can access the same kinds of education experiences we're offering. So school buses for everyone. And I think this concert is also for everyone. So thank you very much for your time, and I'll hand back over to the singers.
Thank you so much. So the second half is entirely different to the first. We have a range of singers here who are musical theatre singers, who are more classically orientated singers, and we wanted to find a collect of songs and bring them all into a theme, and we chose the theme of Songs of a Safe Place. So home, the idea of home is really important to all of us, and we wanted to, all these songs really bring together an idea of home. What is home to you? Is home a building? Is home a person? Is home people? Is it perhaps a memory? Do you have to be in a building to feel at home? And what does it feel like to want to escape your reality and seek something else? So we've got a lovely ensemble now, Home Sweet Home, arranged by Greg Moore.